Alright, there's some of the trout spinners in this container.
Okay, what do we got in there? Oh, yeah, a little bit of everything in there, maybe. Oh, look, more fly tying stuff. Or jigs. Or perch pattern Rapella. That's a good one. Little Cleo. And big old Fat Daddy swim bait. Yeah, more fly tying stuff. This was a popper that obviously the skirt and everything is missing off it, so I'll tie some hair on there. And we got a couple lures here. This one, the bill got busted off. That was a good one. Swedish pimple. Got the orange on the back. Another trout spinner. These lures here are made by Yozuri. Phenomenal lures. I like the action of these real well. Have them in many different colors. And I think that's about all that's worth anything out of this box. Oh, maybe that little jig right there, but okay. And then our spoon here. And I'll put it in with this one. Alright. That box has been gone through. Oh, comes my box from it. These are ones that I've already had sorted. But as you see, there are hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stick baits in this box. If you averaged every one of these at, we'll say, $5 a piece, you're looking at $200 at least. But 90% of these are in your $8 to $12 range. So yeah, you do the math. Fishing's not cheap, but over the years you learn to accumulate stuff, and this is what happens. You'll end up with an abundance of tackle that you really need to sort.
Now for the next one. Sounds like sinkers.
Oh yeah, look at there, more fly tying stuff. Yep, that's pretty much just. Oh, right up there. Chicken Rapella. And see, this is what happens when you find a lure that works really well and you catch a lot of fish. Here's a prime example. See how that back hook is kind of straightened out and there's no more fin on the back? That's due to catching fish. They smack it so hard they wind up loosening that fin that's on the back of these. And then it winds up coming off on you. But, I mean, as of now, this lure is pretty much of no use. Which sucks because these are not cheap. And we'll move on to more.
Open the fucking thing.
Hey, hey, hey.
What?
Watch your mouth.
You watch your mouth. More trout. Trout flies here. I've got about 3 cases of these that work really well. It's about $20.
Well worth it. Them flies look amazing. They look like a real bug.
I love those flies.
We got, oh, this is some salmon flies that I had tied up. Just, you know, a couple different colors, styles, whatever. It don't really matter for salmon. They don't bite. And they you pretty much snag them is what happens. But anything from gills forward is a legal hook. And, you know, it's just, a lot of times them fish don't hold on the bottom, so you want that hook to be suspended off the bottom. And that's where wrapping them like this, tying a fly or whatever may be the case, helps that float. Some days you're going to want bright colors because they will eat it. And other days you're going to want darker colors like a black. And the black is so that the fish don't see it coming, like this one here. It's just pretty much a black ball on a hook. Catch a lot of salmon this way. There's another one, you know, like this stupid little thing. It's pink with a white feather on the back. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure other fish will eat these. I haven't tried them, but yeah, you never know. We'll give it a shot. And we have more salmon rigs that I have tied. These are just pieces of sponge that I had tied onto the hook. You know, I tend to go with the darker colors, but the sponges seem to be helping out a little bit. Let the fish not seeing your line or anything, or the different color coming at them, because when there's that many people on Salmon River, the fish become very line shy, very hook shy. So whatever you can do so that the fish are not going to see your line or the hook coming at them, the better off you are. And you're only allowed to run a 4-foot leader. That's your max, is 4 foot. Back 10-15 years ago, you could run as long as leader as you wanted. I liked that idea because you were able to hook up on more fish. Nowadays it's a little tougher to run the 4-foot leader. So on to the next. And here we go. Like I said, we got more stuff.
These are the packs that we carry on us through the woods. If we have a hike back to a pond or anything along that line.
So let's see what she has in here.
These ones are pretty much shorted. So you don't have to go ahead and mess around with it too much. I keep a little variety of everything in here. This one works pretty good.
And she has a bad habit of putting cut off worms in her tackle boxes.
Yeah, as you notice down here in the corner is where my cut off worms go. Because the worms let off, what's that word I'm looking for?
Toxin?
A toxin that go ahead and kill the other worms in the container. So that's why my tackle box becomes my worm container too. It don't smell good when it rots in there neither.
No. And here we go with more tried and true frogs. Oh, here's the green frog she was telling you about. This guy is awesome. Like, I can't wait to start pitching these things around. Some lily pads. Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
You guys, we'll have some good videos coming up for you. We're gonna show you guys some fish. That's for sure.
Got a variety of everything in here.
She's got blade baits. She's got crankbaits. Yeah, she's got a variety of everything. And if you notice, she likes to label her cases so she knows what cases for what species of fish. Here's her trout box, in which, as you can see, I'll let her show you, she's got a ton of trout lures.
This is only some of my trout lures. Where'd those good ones go?
The blue fox.
Oh, I have different ones. As you can tell. I have all different types of trout lures. Move that so you guys can see that one. The best one that I've used, which I bought 3 packages of, gave one to my daughter, one to my son, is this color here. That is the best lure I've used to get trout with, besides these flies. These flies are awesome. Pull one out, show it to you. They call them in all different sizes. Oh, that's the trout. I can never have enough trout lures. Oh, so I can get it in there. Where'd my other box go?
Over there.
Oh. Okay, so that's that section. Pliers, ferro rod.
Always carry a ferro rod. No matter where you go, carry you a ferro rod.
Face rubber nowadays.
Oh, we never put your frogs back in your box.
Alright, then I'll put the frog back in the box. No big deal. That you can. Light up bobber. For night fishing. Glow tips I use for my pole. I don't remember if it's in the pocket or not. It's not in that
What are you
pocket.
looking for?
Well, the zipper got stuck. Aluminum foil. You never know when you're gonna need it. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a foil video about 20 different uses for it. So subscribe and like, and stay tuned for that upcoming video. My flashlight. Never hurts to have a couple on you. This little bag has come in handy. Bug spray, sinkers, salted minnows, digital fish scale, spare hooks, EpiPen, flattened cereal bar. Multi-tool. Another flashlight. More hooks. Sinkers. And an SD card for my GoPro. And that's it for that bag. Okay, next is going to be our blue bin that we are gonna just grab and go for fishing with the vehicle. I don't know if I can pull them out without having an issue, because I shouldn't have done this, but I did it anyways.
Easy peasy Japanese. Well,
Anyways, they are
on safety pins.
hooks
Yeah.
on safety pins.
So it's kind of a smart idea, because like if you don't have your hooks on a safety pin, what happens? You got a big old jumbo mess of hooks. Well, at least this way here, all your hooks are running in one direction, and they're really not that hard to untangle. It'll just take a second, but you can easily just slide it forward, pop it open, get to a hook off. I think it's a good idea.
Next safety pin that I use is for swivels. I love that idea. Of course, more frogs and bobbers. This was the fly that I mentioned earlier. That was, what, 15?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one was about 10. And of course, trout lures.
More crankbaits, stick baits, whatever you like to call them. We have an array of just so many.
So that is that one.
Here we have more lures that we have ordered off Amazon. Right there. They come, you know, you got your bigger ones, which are probably 4 inches. And then it also comes with these cool little tiny baby ones, which are maybe an inch long. So I think that's pretty cool, and they give you a color to match every one. So you got the big one, then you got the little baby one, which I don't know, I think they're pretty cool. I haven't caught anything on them yet, but really ain't been out fishing with them yet.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and post a paracord in here too. Got a lot of different uses. Fire starter, some shelters, fish stringer, endless possibilities. Different size hooks, extra bags. You never know. It's gonna get raining and you need to protect your electronic devices.
And so we have, oh my god, all kinds of, you guys just seen us sorting some of this stuff, like this. We have these things, which I said are going to be phenomenal. I have a really good feeling on these. Stick baits, trout spinners, I mean we have endless amounts. There's smaller stick baits,
Obviously, hooks, sinkers, matches.
A lot of spinner baits for the bass and the pike.
Bass, pike, and walleye.
We got an array of jigging spoons we showed you guys once earlier. Some of these things are phenomenal looking. Like this one here. I think this is gonna be a hot one. The black and silver, the black and green. I think they're gonna be really good colors.
And more walleye. And this one is full. Different kinds of lures.
All different stick baits, different colors, sizes. This is everything that we would be carrying with us while we fish. More crankbaits. I mean, it's endless.
More Chevy bobbers.
Again, our case of topwater baits. I mean, it's
Sunscreen. Can I open it?
so the crankbaits are endless. I love fishing with these. I catch all my pike and walleyes, a lot of bass on stick baits.
You can tell that one's been eaten up a little bit.
Yeah, that one's seen a walleye or a few hundred in this day. Oh, look at these more crankbaits and more crankbaits.
Knife sharpener. Never go wrong with those.
Got more jigs. More rubber jigs, more bobbers.
There's some more jigs in there.
On your basket in here?
Yep. Different color jig heads. And more jigs.
And then we got more. These are paddle tails,
Fucking hot.
multicolors.
Nasty. Yeah, I do.
These work good on every species of fish.
No matter where you go, you always gotta carry shit paper.
Right.
And a cool towel. DJ's little collection here.
Yeah, I'm a jig fisherman. I like to fish with the jigs. I like getting jiggy with it.
It's alright.
Here we go. Here's some some jig heads, multicolors, in which a lot of you, if you fish a lot of soft plastics, you buy jig heads that are like this. They have that little leg collar, you know what I'm talking about? Well, you ever try putting that thing right there onto a small soft plastic like this, it just splits it. So if you take yourself a pair of cutting pliers, you cut that off. And then they look like that.
There's some more.
It's endless. And then here's just a bunch of ice fishing jigs, hooks, whatever, etc. It's just a mix of everything there. And there you go. That's,
Fish grabber?
if you don't like bullhead.
No, I don't. I've seen what they do to people.